Hi, I'm Billy, and this is Knox Machining. Welcome to the shop. Here we are, walking into the machining area. To the left here we have the Bridgeport milling machine, the heart of the machining area. This is a J-style head, step pulley. This machine's had several upgrades to it, including a 4-axis DRO. Only have 3 of the axis wired up right now. The one for the quill is not set up yet. We have power feed for the X and power feed for the knee. It's been equipped with a VFD with digital readout for the speed. Turn it on. Very nice so that we don't have to always change the belts. Additional upgrade I did was this little switch right here on the clutch. It detects when we put it in back gear so that when you turn the control forward, it's always going forward. No need to remember to run it in reverse when in back gear. So over here we have the MSC 1340 lathe. Purchased this used, stripped it down to bare metal, cleaned it up, repainted it and reassembled it. It's 3-phase also, equipped with coolant and a foot brake. Over here we have a little Harbor Freight mini lathe. And here we have a little horizontal vertical milling machine. Somebody loaned that to us. We need to tear it down and clean it up and reassemble it. Some shelving. All right, here we have a little Harbor Freight mini mill. Here's the enclosure for a little benchtop CNC based on a Grizzly G0704. It runs Linux CNC. It's currently disassembled right now. I've been making some upgrades to it and hopefully we'll get that reassembled in the near future. Moving along, we have a little 20-ton hydraulic press, a sheet metal brake, a little metrology center here. It's just a surface plate with a meant to tell you height gauge on it. Here we have the milling tool cart. Two of the drawers have been outfitted with Kaizen foam. Make it a little easier for our members to make sure stuff's put back correctly. Here we have a nice large drill press. "20" Rockwell vertical bandsaw. "7 by 12" horizontal saw. And the stack of drawers there behind it is our store. We got some screws, end mills, and drills and taps. Priced out for the members. Have our air compressor. Hey guys, I need to interrupt here for just a minute and explain something. So this shop isn't my shop. It's part of Knox Makers, a makerspace. And if you're not familiar with a makerspace, it's a community workshop where you can go and do your own projects using the available tooling and workspace. It's great if you live in a condo, an apartment, a small house, can't afford the tooling, or simply want to be among other makers. So a lot of the tooling we have available here belongs to individual members. For example, some of the tooling here in the machining area belongs to me, such as the Bridgeport mill, the horizontal bandsaw, and the surface grinder. I just didn't have room for them at my house. So I brought them down here and set them up for everyone else to use. So during the tour, I may have said stuff like members, we, and purchasing stuff from the store. Well, that was in reference to the makerspace. Tool board. And we have two workbenches. This one over here is the assembly bench with the vices on it. You can pound on it, beat on it, whatever you want. This one here is for layout and lightweight work. A nice big whiteboard. Let's not forget drill and tap chart. Very handy to have in the shop. That thing right there, that is a man lift, and I am going to be retrofitting it to use to pick up our large rotary table that we have. All right, so let's go through the welding curtains here. We're now entering in the grinding room. There we have a Walker 612 surface grinder with a electromagnetic chuck, sandblasting cabinet, 2x72 belt grinder, pedestal grinder. We have two sanders, and down on the floor there we've got a tooling grinder, and then finally the buffing station. As we exit the grinding room, we come into the welding area. We've got two welding tables set up. We've got a plasma cutter with a table for it. We've got some fume extraction set up. Another little horizontal bandsaw. I do believe that concludes our tour. Let you all look at the Bridgeport one more time. Hey guys, I also want to talk to you a little bit about myself. I'm not a machinist by trade. I'm a hobbyist, and I learned most of the stuff by watching YouTube and doing it on my own. I did have a little bit of exposure to it growing up. My dad was a gunsmith, and I was able to watch him do stuff and tinker around. He had a big lathe, and I watched and learned from him and played around with it. However, he didn't have a milling machine at the time, and he didn't get one until after I moved out of the house. So I didn't get any experience using one until I bought my own little benchtop mill. I purchased a Grizzly G0704, which I later converted to CNC, and I pretty much caught the machining bug. And as I said in the tour, it's currently in parts, and I have to reassemble it because I was doing some upgrades on it, and hopefully we'll get it back together soon. Oh, and by the way, don't forget to click the like, subscribe, and ring the bell.